Welcome to Vintage Motorcars, located at 2000 Boston Post Road, Westbrook, Connecticut, 06498. You're looking at a 1930 Model A Ford truck that was restored at a competitor's restoration shop. As you can see, their attention to detail is lacking a little bit, and it is now our job to fix it. Reality is, of course, is that this car was left out in the field, truck, for years and years, probably about 30 years. The gentleman that owns it used it in his business when he was a youngster, and now he's trying to bring it back to life to use as promotion for his business. It was neglected quite a bit, just kind of left outside and left to deteriorate. Not much left to it, as you can see. We will take the process of documenting, taking photographs of everything. One good thing with Model A's is that there's a tremendous amount of information available, and there's a lot of reproduction parts. Like this whole bed is available new, and which is probably what we're going to do, as opposed to fixing this one. We could fix it, but you have to look at costs, and a lot of times buying another one is cheaper, just as long as the one that you're buying is good quality. Sometimes some of these Model A parts are made in Taiwan, Argentina, and they're terrible. They don't fit for anything. They're just, and if you know what you're looking at, you can spot it from a mile away. The body moldings are different. Just they're terrible. But anyway, we will start to take this apart. Like I said, the first step is photographing it and getting the documentation that's needed. This is, we moved it outside here to start to clean it up and get the mice and the snakes and other things out of it, all the leaves out of it, so we can start to do a little bit of analysis of how we're going to attack this and what we're going to do first. This truck wound up being just everything was shot. In the upcoming pictures, you'll see that the subframe was shot. There was not much left to this. A lot of times the leaves sitting there, they just hold the moisture, and then the acid that comes off the oak leaves just makes such a mess. Some of the stuff that we took out of it showing, and we will start to take in the upcoming pictures here, take it apart, decide what's going to be saved, what can we save, start to sandblast it, and we will go from there. This is just, we're just trying to do a walk around again to show you all the aspects of it. It's kind of interesting to see a car this rough and the process, because they normally aren't quite this rough, because the hours that are involved are just so intense that people have a tendency not to do some of these vehicles that are rough. This particular truck, the owner has an emotional attachment to it, being the truck that he used with his father and starting the business, so he wants to bring it back to life, which we can do. This is just going to be an involved process with a lot of time. The owner comes almost once a week, checks out everything, and advises, tells us how he wants to, if we have questions on how he wants to handle things. He's having fun doing it just to see the process, and we will try and videotape and bring pictures as much as we can of the process, because this car being so rough, it's a very interesting project, and it's also a common project with it being a Ford and a Model A. A lot of people can relate to. The Model A's, I think, are kind of the staple of the old car hobby. It's everybody's first car. They're reasonable, they're cute. Again, parts are very much available for them. Information is very much, there's books upon books upon books. These are some still pictures when we brought it into the shop, on the cab being pretty rough. That's the bed. Chassis. As you can see, the chassis is even rotted. But kind of interesting.
And yes, you are right. does have the springs. It was so far underneath the stuff. What I basically just remove the chassis, remove the body, remove the cab, remove the engine so I could get everything out, pull back the wiring harness and mark everything so we knew what we were doing. Now we're going to pull the rear end out and prep the steering box, keep those, set them aside, pull apart the frame and see what we can get another one.
Have you ever done one this rough?
No, not this rough. Frame is the worst I've seen.
Alright, that'll sum up part 1. We'll get part 2 going here shortly. Thank you.